So to add to the channel, I'm going to start with a Imperium campaign on hard difficulty.
The Imperium of Man. A million worlds scattered across an uncaring galaxy. A million worlds forever under threat from the machinations of cursed traitors and perfidious Xenos. It is an empire consumed by war, by the very battle for survival itself. For there is no peace amongst the stars. The Space Marines, genetically modified warriors who know no fear, spearhead every counter-assault, taking the battle to the heart of the foe. From the smoke-wreathed horror of Adeptus Mechanicus Forge Worlds sail warships of fearsome potency, their weapons blessed by the Machine God, and their crews dedicated to the Omnissiah's holy cause. The Scholar Progenium molds callow flesh into leaders, officers of the Imperial Navy, the greatest fleet ever to span the stars. These heroes dedicate their life to the Imperium's defense, confronting the ceaseless threat of chaos wherever it manifests. The war against the dark gods and their worshippers is the eternal battle for the soul of mankind, for the future of the galaxy itself. It is the forge upon which true heroes are struck and legends tempered. Admiral Spire is one such legend, savior of the Gothic sector, vanquisher of Warmaster Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade. For centuries he has been lost, trapped in the shifting tides of the Immaterium, while in pursuit of the hated foe. Such travails would drive an ordinary man to madness, or into the clutches of the very gods he once opposed. But Spire is no ordinary man, and his time is coming once more.
We're out. Praise the Emperor, but I can see the stars again. Receiving distress hymnals. The region's alive with them. According to the timestamps, Admiral, the year. It's 999 M41. We've been lost in the warp for over 800 years. And Cadia, the hymnals report that it's been destroyed, sir. There's a lot of confusion out there, sir. And Admiral, Cadia fell at Abaddon's hand.
Then we are returned not a moment too soon. Navigator, chart a course to the Cadian system. We may be an age too late to join the battle, but revenge is still within our grasp.
Warp engines online. Geller field holding.
This is Admiral Spire to all Imperial vessels. Rally at coordinates 154554. This isn't over.
Such turbulence. Not since the Eye of Terror have I felt anything like it. Wait. This is not the Cadian system. Navigator, report.
The Immaterium writhes, Lord Admiral. It has flung us far off course.
I can see that, Domitian. Where are we?
Star sites indicate we've entered real space in the Cadian sector.
Confirmed.
Not too far, but not close enough. Still, we have been fortunate. Have our astropath send out a hymnal. All surviving vessels in the sector to rally at our position. Cadia needs our aid.
Warship signatures inbound, Lord Admiral. Chaos vessels.
Indeed. Then our retribution begins. We hold this position.
What is this I smell? Another so-called warrior come to chance his blade?
I am Lord Admiral Spire. I will be your death.
Not this day, lapdog! My lieutenants come to claim your skull. It shall adorn the War Master's throne.
We shall see. Ready main batteries.
Engaging! Engaging engines! Course engaged! Target locked in! For the Emperor!
Lord Admiral, the Sons of Mars stand ready for your orders.
Excellent. Their firepower will be a great asset.
Well met, Fabricator. How many ships do you bring me?
All that could be found, Lord Admiral. I regret that we bring enemies on our heels.
Duty breeds enemies, Fabricator. Join your fire to ours. We'll see them ended.
Reaching nominal speed. Rouse the engines.
Let's go to lock-on stance. Get some range.
Transition
Draw
begun.
them in a little bit.
Understood.
Spire's got some torpedoes. Let's fire those. Right, good hit.
Underway. Engaging target.
Use boarding parties to try to take out their troops.
Changing course. Targeting enemy vessel.
Optimal course set.
Torpedoes away.
Engaging drive.
And more torpedoes.
Heading acknowledged.
That's the last of them, my lord.
Negative. They were but the tip of the spear. I calculate that the others will soon arrive.
It matters not. I led a fleet through the bleakness of the Gothic War. By comparison, this is nothing. A pity that war cost us our greatest heroes. But I wouldn't give to have Captain Abradol at my side.
All decks report ready.
Good. We shall forge new heroes this day. Let us hope they suffice.
Seems they've come in strength, Lord Admiral.
Alright, here we go.
The Emperor protects. Engage at will.
Survival probabilities are unfavorable. Recommend we withdraw.
All ships, hold position. Doubt forms the path to damnation.
See if we can get some of these torpedoes off.
While strength abides.
Beneficent Emperor? Is that what I think it is?
Space Marines.
The Sons of Dawn heed your call, Lord Admiral.
It's good to see vessels of the Adeptus Astartes, Captain. Faith is well enough, but hope and faith bring victory
Alright,
sooner.
let's get the...
The war never ends, Lord Admiral. We shall fight it together.
Firing torpedoes.
Coordinates acknowledged. Engaging.
Miss, but that's okay.
Obliterate that target!
Thunderhawk Squadron. Fire them.
Engaging target. Setting course. Target locked in.
Engines engaged!
Full burn. Let's get this guy in the battle.
Hold course! Initiate targeting protocol!
Stick his damage. Let's go after his shields.
It will be destroyed!
Let's do some lightning strikes. Knock him out.
For the Emperor.
Can always come back for the little escort ship and try to take out this big guy. Let's repair.
Engaging target. Underway.
Out the torpedoes. And fire. Oh, we only had one hit. That's okay.
Target
That
locked
is
in.
A-okay.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Main batteries, fire!
Course engaged.
That little escort ship. More boarding parties. Let's do reload. We're in close enough range.
Changing course.
Warning torpedoes. This one's down.
Last traitor vessel destroyed, Lord Admiral. No further signatures.
And
Fantastic.
allied ships.
Nothing more. Others may be inbound.
We can wait no longer. Let stragglers seek our trail amongst the dead. We have a fleet. I must confer with Lord High Admiral Drang as how best to employ it. We will have vengeance for Cadia. The challenge before us is bleak, but we shall prevail if the Emperor wills it. The despoiler will be driven back, but we need support. We must secure planetary systems within the battle zone. These will provide us the necessary means to strengthen our fleets.
Okay, so sectors. Admiral Spire's forces are currently located in the Cadia sector. A sector is constituted of several systems whose conquests allow you to progress through the campaign. The threat value, right here, represents the will of the enemy faction to conquer a sector. The higher it is, the more that faction will be active. The urgency gauge symbolizes the urgency of your situation facing enemy factions. It fills up each turn and drops when you fulfill objectives, whether primary or secondary. The urgency gauge is divided into 5 segments. When a segment is filled, the threat value of all enemy factions is raised by 1. The last segment is filled, the campaign ends in failure. So it means you have to do some missions. So we're going to click on this main system we control. Point of interest. There can be one or several points of interest in each system. Each one is linked to attributes that have different effects depending on the factions controlling the system. So if we click on this little world here, you can see there's evolutionary levels. After several turns under your control, points of interest may be evolved by spending resources. Your resources are located right up here. It'll tell you what your income is versus what you actually have. So right now we're actually at negative 35. So we're going to lose 35 currency every turn unless we do something about it. Attributes. Effects provided by the points of interest may vary depending on the evolutionary level of this system. So what that means, in short, is if you click on this planet, you can see here, if we hover over Hive World, it generates 10 income or resources per turn. If we upgrade to level 2 and level 3 respectively, it'll give us 20 and then 40 resources per turn. It also increases the troop regeneration of our allied ships and connected systems by 1, 1, and 2 respectively. Unfortunately, it has an unsustainable world and it doubles the delay of evolutionary of this point of interest, so it takes longer to evolve this particular planet. So as you can see, it's telling us to click here, so we're going to click
has
here.
much to offer our future operations, but it is occupied by Chaos forces. We shall sweep them aside and restore the Emperor's rule to this stolen world.
Alright, so you have to defeat enemy forces when they are controlling another nearby system. So you can take control of it and capture the resources and everything that is there. As you can see, it'll tell you how many fleets are occupying it and what the strength is. So as you can see, this fleet strength is 175. Well, I have other fleets with almost equivalent, but you have other stations here. These 3 right here allow me to have 3 other additional fleets. So I can take all 3 of these fleets, put them over here, and I'm going to significantly outnumber this fleet 3 to 1. Yes, fleet power, I just went over that. Fleet movement. So you have fleet movement as well. So right next to that, you can see you have 3. So I could technically go here, then here, and then here if there was an enemy fleet blocking me. So this is kind of like action points. And once you attack, all your action points are gone unless there's like a secondary objective that allows you to regain action points or fleet movements. So right now, our objective is to use Spire to get him over here. So we're going to right-click on the mouse.
There will be many risks in the days to come. I need not take one here. Deploying a second fleet to Demios Binary will ease our victory.
So you always want to have the max amount of fleets you can have.
The foe. Victory is all but certain, but caution must serve as well as haste. Recklessness is a terrible master.
See, it won't allow me to click him right now, but normally I would bring a 3rd fleet in here. But since this is the beginning, you can only do so much. So we'll just launch this battle. No? Ah, there we go. Gotta click on the system first. The higher the defense level of a system under enemy control, the more defensive structures you will have to face in battle. So sometimes they'll put up like mines, which actually prevent you from having all 3 fleets, maybe only 2 fleets. They also have little star stations, or they can have space stations, which are harder to destroy, like little mini black fortresses. So it can significantly increase the amount of defenses you face, but right now we're just facing another fleet. So here we go. Launch battle.
Ten 10,000 years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus heresy. 10 millennia since the greatest of the Emperor's Primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation and tore the galaxy asunder. Horus Lupercal may be dead, his body ashes, and his memory the stuff of a cursed legend. But the wounds he wrought yet gape in the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle against chaos knows no end. Many of Horus' servants survived the civil wars, and they have not forgotten their defeat. When the War Master fell, they retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew. Greatest of these was Abaddon the Despoiler, Horus' greatest living heir. Abaddon took the title of War Master for his own, and embarked upon a long and bloody campaign to succeed where his fallen master had failed. 12 Black Crusades he launched against the Imperium of Man. 12 world-shattering campaigns to forever alter the balance of power. Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final strike. As the tide of chaos breaks against the Cadian Gate, the Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
Okay, so we have our 3 ships. As you can see, you have objectives up here. Take control of captured areas and accumulate victory points before your opponent. So if you come over here, there's control points that you need to capture. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 way over here. So sometimes you want to be strategic about how you capture these. So let's say we can take our slower ships and we know that we're going to capture this. And then I'm going to take my escort ship and maybe send him ahead to capture the other one. And that way I'm capturing multiple points at once. So we'll see how this strategy works out. And again, before your battle, you always want to set your stances. What's cool about the escort ships, they have running silent, so as long as the stance is active, the ship is stealth. The ship is invisible to enemies. If it opens fire, it becomes detectable for a short time, then becomes stealth again. So this is really good, so you can actually hide your strength from your enemies if you're playing multiplayer, and basically even the AI can't see it, so I can just set him up here, and as long as I don't fire or maneuver or anything, they don't even know he's there. So I'm going to run him there, and I'm going to put these guys in lock on, so it's going to increase my range and accuracy of my weapons. And let's just get right to it.
There are many ways to win a battle. By fire or cunning, we shall prevail in the Emperor's name.
So you can also win these even though you have your control up here. You can win just by destroying your enemy's fleet. You can do a strategic victory by gaining more points based on capturing. Also, when you destroy a ship, you get the points value of that ship. So even though maybe I only control 2, my opponent controls 3, if I kill majority of his ships by the end of it, I could potentially win that battle.
Of the Imperium. It may sometimes be in our interest to obtain victory without engaging enemy vessels. Capturing strategic positions might well force the enemy's withdrawal.
Aye, Admiral. Coordinates acknowledged.
So I guess the game does a pretty good job of explaining it. Maybe I don't need to explain it every time. So also if you hold down the, if you have a mouse with the wheel, if you hold down the wheel, you can actually pan around and change your view of your ship. So sometimes it's beneficial to do a very long range stance so you can
Ship ready.
see all of your ships and where they're going. Also the escort ships, they have this scanner ability. So you can actually scan and detect enemy ships.
We serve.
So you can see right now, we capture one before our enemy, but we're both increasing it one at a time. But he's about to capture another one right here. And as you can see the bar loading up top.
Receiving your order. Heading acknowledged.
We're slow. Escort ships capture much slower than the larger class ships. So even though I got here first, it's going to take me longer to capture that point than my enemy.
Enemy sighted. We wait your command.
Nope.
Reloading.
As you see, now it's contested, so all that capturing was wasted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Now they're coming after me,
Your
though.
orders.
So I'm going to keep my escort ship right here.
Engaging engines.
We serve.
You have seized a strategic area.
So you'll usually have technical skills
Enemy
depending
sighted.
on your leadership. So this one's a plasma bomb, this is a stasis bomb. Plasma bomb is just a regular
Enemy
bomb. This
sighted.
one, plasma stasis bomb, you can kind of capture them. So for example, if I place this over here,
We wait your command.
oh, he's not going to get captured. But I could potentially capture him in stasis and hold him still.
Engaging engines.
Ship ready.
My little escort ship is not well equipped, but he's holding his own, so maybe I can capture that. See, there's the stasis.
Your orders? Changing course.
As you can see, we both hold 2, but I'm trying to capture this 3rd one. That way I'll increase my victory points by 3 instead of 2.
Ship ready.
Your orders?
You have seen.
And we captured. So I'm actually going to send my escort ship over there. Okay, he's on fire. That's not good. As you can see, he suffers damage and morale, and it stacks. So I actually have to use my command skill to get rid of that. But unfortunately,
we wait your command.
I already used it. So I want to keep him in here for right now because I don't want them capturing this from me. And so this little symbol right here means this is a flagship. So if I can take out their flagship, usually they suffer a higher morale to any other ships nearby. We'll also have torpedoes. Let's see if I can
You have accumulated 25%
possibly
of strategic points.
get lucky. Oh, that was excellent.
Your orders?
Very excellent. And he doesn't have any shields because it's purple. It's regenerating, so I'm going to board him with lightning strikes. You can't do that
Enemy ship
if their
crippled
shields
by
are up.
lightning strike.
Okay, my little ship here is
The enemy
taking
has
some damage, but that's okay.
25%
I'm actually going to send him
strategic
over
points.
here and have him run silent. I want him to go capture another
Aye,
objective.
Admiral.
Let's do a plasma bomb. Oh, gotta be careful. I don't want to run into him because I'm not in brace for impact. But what I can do is do a plasma bomb, try to predict where he's going. Actually, he's gonna die, so I'm gonna do it with this guy. Predict where he's going. Set it
Enemy
off.
sighted.
And I think I timed that pretty well. Right in the center. And we got him. Alright, that went pretty well.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic points.
So as you can see, you don't necessarily have to have the strategic points to win. If you can destroy your enemy outright, you can go ahead and win that engagement. So every time you battle in campaign, you earn renown points. And once you accumulate enough, accumulate enough renown points, you level up. And so you can get different attributes as you progress through the campaign. So we'll just keep on going here.
Is ours. Others will follow should we remain true to our duty. Battles leave scars. I must be mindful of my vessel's condition. The reclamation of Demius Binary has taken our enemy by surprise. The Claustum system is exposed. We shall push our advantage. If the fleet is to grow, we must have access to production facilities. If Claustum falls to our forces, we shall have them.
So as you can see here, you get leadership experience. When a leader reaches experience level 4, his fleet movement point pool is increased by 1. That's fantastic. Offense movement, when a fleet is involved in a battle or seizes a neutral system, all remaining movement points are consumed. So even just moving there if it was neutral or you destroy a fleet. As you can see, we had 2 remaining, but they're all gone because we took over this system. Damage and casualties. Destroyed ships are lost for good. Damaged ones are repaired and have some of their lost troops replaced at the beginning of each turn. They are located within a system controlled by their faction. Repair and troop replacement. At the beginning of each turn, each of your ships located with the system under your control benefit from the following effects. Plus 10% hull points is repair. 3% casualty damage. Systems are fully repaired, and 3 lost troops are replaced. Easy mode only, we're not doing that. Resources and construction points. Resources and construction points are valuable, valuable as they are necessary to construct new ships. And so as you can see here, each system has at the top here where you can potentially create new either systems or you have mines, you have turrets, or you have a space station in itself. So it's telling me to take this and go capture this system right here. So I right clicked and boom, I captured the system. So I can just take control even though it's neutral. And again, the rest of them are consumed, but I captured this system. Shipyards provide construction points that are necessary to build ships. Construction point supply. When a system is conquered, the shipyard do not provide construction points immediately. They need to replenish after each turn. And construction points regeneration. Shipyards get construction points each turn until they reach their maximum value. So for example, actually it won't let me click on anything. I have to end this turn. So I hope you enjoyed this first look at Hard Campaign, just kind of those opening scenes and first battles that you face. This is just the first episode in many that we will conclude, and this is just turn 1. So stick around, subscribe, and join me for this crazy ride of the Hard Campaign of Battlefleet Gothic 2. And as always, happy gaming.